Thanks for finding my channel. This is my backgammon learning journey, which I want to share with you because it's the best game ever. So let's go under the backgammon microscope. Could be looking at a gammon here. Can't do anything. Bring that in there because it's not a covered number at the moment. Okay, this was basically just a 5-point friendly on Backgammon Hub, not a league match or anything. I'm 0-0 and just rolled 2-4-4-2, and I decide, because I'm trying to make a gammon, to play 8-4 and to get my back checker moving. The correct play is to bring both of the checkers down from the midpoint. Now this does two things. It gives me lots more rolls to make my ace point from the outfield. Also gives me chances to make the bar point. And I'm over panicking about bringing my back checkers out. I've got loads of time. Look, I've got 3 opponent checkers on the bar. I don't need to worry about that back checker just yet. So I've been looking in the wrong place here, basically. When you've got 3 opponent checkers on the bar, you don't have to move your back checkers in any great hurry. You can build for the future down at the bottom end. Yeah, that feels like the right play now. Okay, a short while later, I now find myself 0-4 Crawford, so not going particularly well. Do roll 6-1, and I have a blackjacker on the bar, so I'm in a strong position in this game, in the Crawford game. I then play what looks to be obvious, which is to make the 5 prime. It does leave a checker exposed on the 13 point, the midpoint, which I do realise, but I do notice that 1s and 3s to hit for black are also the numbers that black needs to come off the bar. So a bit of double duplication going on there, which to me looked great, so I went ahead and clicked the dice. But as ever in backgammon, there can be a better move hiding in the background. On this occasion there was not a big blunder when my move, it was only 0.09, but just in the blunder category. But the best thing to do apparently was to get that back checker moving when you can with the 6, make the 4 point. You've now created a 4-point board, and you've still got black on the bar, so you're still in a strong position, but you've also connected all your outfield checkers up a lot better, in anticipation of being able to move them around a bit more. If black fans from the bar, you do also have a lot more hitting numbers on that blot on the 10 point as well. And so what am I looking to roll? I would have said double, a big double would be good. Especially when I can should I hit again? Right, we're still in this game, the Crawford game, and this is the position I now find myself in. I do have a black checker trapped behind a 5 prime, and I roll double 5. And decide to bring both my back checkers out, which seems to be a bit of a theme, and for some bizarre reason I don't point shift, hit and point shift. It's a curious decision not to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense really. It's just, I think, because I'm looking at it and thinking it's not pretty. It's not aesthetically pretty. I don't mean that. I mean it just doesn't look as efficient with the 5 prime being slotted over to the other side and leaving that 6 point open. But the 5 prime with a double hit is a lot more valuable than just hitting once and not putting that second hit down. So there seems to be a theme with me with not point shifting and occasionally not double hitting when I really should be doing. I managed to do both on this occasion, so not great. Looks like we're going to go gammon on a 2Q both. I don't know what I was blathering on about, getting another gammon on a 2Q, because this is the Crawford game. Anyway, double 2, and I just instantly take them all off. Didn't even take any time to consider what I needed to be doing here. I've got so much timing, it's ridiculous. I can basically move them all over, and the reason I should be doing that is because look what happens now. I want black to roll a 5 or a 6. I need to encourage black to come off the bar behind me. Not in front of me, not in the middle of me, because if I do that by clearing the 2 point, if he rolls a 2, he's suddenly stuck there, and that could be a problem. Yes, I'm probably going to win this game. I'm probably going to get a gammon, but I reduced my gammon chances by 23%, look, by taking them all off the 2 point. I actually reduced my winning chances by 14% as well, so I'm basically guaranteed to win. moving them all across because I'm 99.8% according to XG there, look, and 96.7% to get the gammon if I move them all over. Just look at the weight of checkers that black has. There's no way he's going to save the gammon there, but he might do if I vacate the 2 point and let's say he rolls double 2 or something, and then I give him a hit, and that would possibly give him enough time to save the gammon. So this was pretty poor, really, that I played this as quick as that. Oh, blimey. I can hit twice. It just feels wrong to double hit here because it leaves so many gaps. Well, obviously you can tell I'm not very keen on the double hit here. Partly because I just thought, well, I'd have to move 6 to 4 to 3. That would leave another 1. I didn't consider the 8 to 7, because that looks even more mad. But let's look at it a bit more objectively. That's the finishing position there. 2 checkers on the bar. Although my thinking was surely the double hit leaves us exposed, actually we're only 18 to 1 to be hit twice from the bar because black has to roll exactly the right number, and there's only 2 versions of those out of the 36 rolls. We can stand being hit once, can't we? It's not really the end of the world if we get hit once. So XG's play looks far more risky than it actually is if you consider the possibility of black getting both checkers off the bar and hitting us. He might get both checkers off the bar and only hit us once, but that still leaves us lots of rolls to recover, and we're still in great shape. Right. Right, still the same game, and I roll double 1 again. This one's different though. I have to come off the bar onto the 24 point, and then I decide to double hit. Maybe I'd realised before, a few moves before, I should have done that. But on this occasion, hitting once is correct, and making the ace point instead of the extra hit is the correct play. And it's actually quite logical if you look at it. It makes a 5-point board, which is very strong when even, your opponent's got 1 on the bar. Very strong with 2 on the bar, but you've chosen not to do that because if you hit twice, XG is basically saying you're not quite as well off. You've not unstuck the 2 point, you've not created a 5-point board. You've got a 4-point board, which is very strong. But I would like to think I could deduce from this that 1 on the bar to a 5-point board is better than 2 on the bar to a 4-point board. And I don't know if that's absolutely true or not. It seems to be on this occasion with this score. But an interesting one to end with. An occasion where not hitting twice is actually correct. Anyway, I didn't win the match, but I hope you enjoyed these positions I come up with, and I'll see you next time.